problems facing our nation. The tragic neglect of our military establishment, an ailing economy, the continuing expansion of communism abroad. But to me, none was more serious than the fact America had lost faith in itself.
Of the gasoline stations are closed, the phone lines are jammed.
Every day there's something rising prices.
It's time to recognize that we've come to a turning point. We're threatened with an economic calamity of tremendous proportions. And the old business as usual treatment can't save us. Let us be aware that while they preach the supremacy of the state, declare its omnipotence over individual man, and predict its eventual domination of all peoples on the earth, they are the focus of evil.
I solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States.
A government that's too big is to stop feeding its growth. The massive national debt which we accumulated is the result of the government's high-spending diet. Well, it's time to change the diet and to change it in the right way.
In Beirut, the search goes on for more victims of today's murderous attacks on the Marine headquarters.
Terrorists will be on notice. We will fight back against you. We will fight back against your cowardly attacks on American citizens and property.
Mr. Speaker, the President of the United States.
The urgency of our joint mission has not changed. Let's talk about getting spending and inflation under control and cutting your tax rates.
I am announcing today a plan to revitalize our strategic forces and maintain America's ability to keep the peace well into the next century.
Okay, at least I like Hollywood, so here I am. I'll see you at the movies.
After seeing himself on camera for the first time, Ronald Reagan quickly learned that every expression and gesture mattered. He also developed his comic timing. As his reputation grew, he was cast in more challenging roles. Some became legendary.
Ask her to put in there with all that got. And just one minute.
Randy! Randy! Where's the rest of me?
Going overseas. Instead, he was assigned to the domestic motion picture. There, he made and appeared in Army
Documentaries. Tries different cuts. Roll winds up once more. He throws in the better space. There's a long drive up into right field. Looks like a home run. It's way back, and it is a home run. into the right field, uses my check line, going really hard in the head, and it comes at 2. It's right to the lake of the northeast, and the ball traveled almost to the top of the pyramid, which is in the right.
In 1946, the Screen Actors Guild asked Ronald Reagan to mediate a dispute between Ronald Reagan, won by almost 1 million votes, and the incumbent governor Edmund Brown.
Reagan's administration left the skating place. It was facing a deficit of $200 million, spending $1 million was taken lead.
The governor took his budget proposals directly to in his second term,
It is time to make it completely clear. Higher education in our state colleges and universities.
Are you moving it? We're going to go toward the... What? We're going to go toward the... I can find Coach. Where are we going?
Watch out, there's somebody behind you.
Yeah, good.
No, not this year.
From the outset, the president's unfailing sense of humor concealed the light threat of danger to his health.
The next thing I knew, I was lying face up on a gurney, and my brand new suit was being cut off of me. I looked up and saw Nancy looking down at me. Honey, I said, I forgot to duck, borrowing Jack Dempsey's line to his wife the night he was beaten by Gene Tunney for the heavyweight championship.
Only in the emergency room is a bullet discovered lodged in his lung.
This is a CBS News special report.
A would-be assailant has taken shots at President Reagan. From the outset, the president's unfailing sense of humor concealed the life-threatening danger to his life.
The next thing I knew, I was lying face up on the gurney, and my brand new suit was being cut off of me. I looked up and saw Nancy looking down at me. Honey, I said, I forgot to duck, borrowing Jack Dempsey's line to his wife the night he was beaten by Gene Tunney for the heavyweight championship.
Only in the emergency room is a bullet discovered lodged in his lung.
Let's bullet hole here, Bob.
You're gonna go up.
Let's get a chest X-ray. There's a fragment. It's near the heart.
To this day, it remains little known how close to death he comes.
Has the oxygen cold? I can't hear pressure. Get to the big line. I'm examining.
When doctors first examine Reagan, they find his blood pressure dangerously low. The president is on the verge of going into shock.
Blood pressure is about 80. Your chest is. Got it? Yeah. Mr. President, feeling any better now? Sure of that? Okay, this should not go on, all right? We'll take out the air and blood from your chest. All right?
Yet even in the operating room itself, Reagan's first instinct is to put everyone else at ease.
We were getting ready to put him to sleep. Because at that time, he sort of lifted his head up off the operating table.
I said, I hope you're a Republican. One of the doctors turned to say,
Thank you, President, for all the help.
The bullet is removed by surgeons, and Reagan displays astonishing recuperative powers. It is 3 a.m. in the recovery room. The president has just been taken off a respirator and the tube removed from his windpipe. Breathing through an oxygen mask, the old performer entertains the hospital staff on his bed.
Jokes to tell, and was very obvious to everybody. This man was celebrating life. I can recall sometime around 4 a.m. trying to suggest that the people get away from his bedside, let him get some rest.
It is hard to believe anyone could do more to allay a nation's fears, yet Reagan modestly dismisses his own contribution to America's peace of mind.
I guess humor was as good a way as any to fight the pain I felt at the time.
12 days later, his winning smile intact and a bulletproof vest in place under his bright red sweater, he leaves the hospital.
after I left the hospital and was back in the White House, I wrote a few words about the shooting in my diary that ended. Whatever happens now, I owe my life to God and will try to serve him in every way I can.
The assailant has taken shots at President Reagan.
You give all of it. Did you notice the stairs? There's the stairs outside. No, they were supposed to be here. There's a rate on make sure that everybody is exactly correct. So all the contractors' plans. Length was good. Width was good.
This is
the
the
ceiling was
sensitive.
with the contractor, it's got to be exactly correct, all measurements. I don't want any deviations from the old White House. So I'm really sorry, Mr. President, I cannot change the roof on the building. President Reagan said.
Yeah.
Yeah. His personality.
most happy man in the world.
Because she's so well dressed, officially he was really close. It makes us want to celebrate that they're really close. So he was really quite close. And basically, we went out and did a security tour with all the. Then I did into a presidency. We're not there, she is. This is something. From a group of song that's not singing his rules, that's second-hand rules. Nobody recognizes yourself. Thank you, Sarah. That if you are not one more of these personalities, and I hear something.
I love you so very much. I don't even mind that life made me wait so long to find you.
No, I want you to show me over there.
Okay, so we are right here.
George W. Bush was retired 2 days before 9/11. The President Reagan lived most. And we got, this is a warning to us from the United States Air Force, and we promised to keep it safe so this building can withstand a 9.0 earthquake and winds of 100 miles an hour.
The old saying amongst the crew, every time you'd land back in Andrews, we made history again.
The Brandenburg Gate moment was the one that I remember simply because we were all talking about it on the way back. We realized he was trying to do something very important and historic, but he seemed on the wrong side of history. Gorbachev is never going to tear down the wall, so there was this sense of unreality about what we had just seen.
It was a much smaller space than the White House or any other space in which you would find yourself confined with the president. And on any trip that lasted more than an hour or two, the plane would sort of take on a life of its own. People would begin to relax. And what was very peculiar about it is that rank.
Welcome to Air Force One. That's the flight deck there. This is the communication panel. When the plane's decommissioned, they take out all the military electronics and communication. And that's the black box that carries the nuclear codes that sits up here while the plane's in flight. Okay.
It's protocol. You know, they had their, this is the way you do it. Oh, it's the Cetus wallet.
This is for the planes.
Were there private toilets? 8 rooms?
Oh, the president and his wife, if she were traveling, they did have their own toilet and sink. No shower, no bathtub, because this only went like a little over 6,500 miles. Yeah. Then it would have to land to refuel. Not like today's Air Force One that can refuel in the air, can be up there for days, so they actually have a full bath. And I've been here a few times before, so I the kids usually take me to college, so I said, you've never been to the presidential. You gotta come. They have the love. That's it, yeah.
More than any of the other presidents. He traveled 600. Are you having a nice visit?
Yes.
Good, wonderful.
All of us feel honored, but
Lost a great president.
Here lies a graceful and a gallant man. Ronald Reagan spoke of a nation that was hopeful, big-hearted, idealistic, daring, decent, and fair. That was how he saw America.
The nation mourns the passing of a president tonight. Ronald Reagan, died at his
President Reagan persevered. When others weakened, President Reagan stood tall. When others stepped back, President Reagan stepped forward.
The nation.
And he did it all with great humility, great charm, and great
In his final letter to the American people, Dad wrote, "I now begin the journey that will lead me into the..."